The pregnant woman woke up on a wedding bed, with a strange man beside her and a room full of people waiting to shame her. The next second, she realized the truth. She had transmigrated into an old melodrama, and this body was already carrying quadruplets. Worse, she had married into a family where everyone saw her as trouble. Her mother-in-law cursed her. A relative asked if she still had any shame. The men looked at her like she had ruined their lives. But she stared at her belly and understood the plot. If she stayed weak, the babies would suffer, her husband would be dragged down, and she would become the village joke. So this time, she made a shocking choice. In front of everyone, she pointed at the man they all looked down on and said she would marry him. She did not beg for pity. She only wanted to keep the babies alive and take control of the story. 4 months later, she returned home with a round belly, but the relatives still surrounded her with insults. They mocked her pregnancy, mocked her marriage, and treated her like a disgrace. But what no one expected was that she suddenly climbed onto the roof. Everyone thought she was throwing a tantrum. The next second, she stepped off the edge. The whole yard screamed. She hit the ground, and everyone thought the babies were gone. But inside her mind, an alarm sounded. A system used all its energy to save her body. When she opened her eyes again, she was alive. The babies were safe, and her heart became colder than ever. From then on, she stopped waiting for love. She packed her bags, left that hateful house, and rushed to catch the train. If the story wanted her to become a miserable wife and mother, she would rewrite it herself. At the station, she met a helpless older woman who could not find the right bus. Soon, she realized the route was wrong and the people around them looked suspicious. Instead of panicking, she took the older woman to the railway security office. The officers did not believe her. To them, she was just a strange pregnant woman talking too much. They questioned her like trouble, but she calmly described every detail, from the suspicious men to the wrong route. Her words were too precise to ignore. Just then, a young officer in uniform walked in. It turned out he was the husband she had been trying to find. The man froze. In his memory, his wife was timid and always hiding behind others, but now she sat in the office with a huge belly, helping solve a case and demanding that the bad people be caught. Even more shocking, she did not avoid him. She walked straight to him, smiled, and called him husband in front of everyone. The entire room went silent. Another woman had just brought him food and tried to get close to him, but the pregnant wife arrived first. She fed him, teased him for blushing, and acted as if their marriage had always been sweet. The man was confused. He wanted to question her, but every time he looked at her belly, his anger softened. When he drove her to his family's shop, she acted like she had known him for years. His sister-in-law recognized her and took her luggage. The husband thought he was bringing home trouble, but instead, he watched her win over his family with a few words. However, the woman knew this was only the beginning. In the original story, danger around this family had never stopped, and just as she stepped into the shop, she remembered one more detail. The next person to get hurt was standing behind that door,